Well, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, this is a little bit different scenario today. What today's project is going to be, and it's going to be more than just a day's project. This is going to be a dragged out a little bit project, but as you can see here, I've got a tire laid up against the wall here. I'm in my garage. It's obviously winter out, and the project I want to work on this winter is these are the duals that go on the 1155 that I have. I've never had them on before, but the last few years I've felt like I've needed them and just never got around to doing it, and I think now's the time we need to get those put on. But as most of you that have watched my other videos, you know, I had that tractor painted about 5 years ago, and these duals I never had touched. So before I put them on, I want to shine them up a little bit and then paint them so that they match the tires that are on the tractor. So that's basically what we're going to be doing here over the next, I don't know, I'm just going to be working at this in my free time. It's not going to be, you know, get it all done in one shot here in 1 day or 2 days. This may be several weeks project, but I'll just film it as I go, and when we wrap this part of the video up, hopefully it'll be us putting the duals onto the tractor. So, as I said, basically what I'm doing now is I'm going to sand, wire brush the rust off this. I kind of just started here just to see how it would go, but as you can see, there's quite a bit of rust on these rims, and I'm going to take a wire brush to them. It's not going to be perfect, you know. Probably the best job would be to have it sandblasted, but it's just a set of duals. I'm not going to go into that kind of expense. So I'll just wire brush them the best I can. And I've already got a primer for it, and the primer's made for putting on rusty metal, so hopefully that'll help as well. And then obviously then I'll get the paint that is required to match the tractor. This down here is a silver, and then this here will be the Massey gray. So it'll be two different colors, but right now the objective is to get it cleaned up first. That's gonna be the process. That's gonna take the longest, probably, sanding this down with a wire brush. And obviously there's two of them. I'm doing one at a time right now. I don't have the room in here to bring them both in, and one of them's gonna take, you know, enough time as it is, so I'll just do them one at a time. As I said, I'll pick away at it. This might turn out to be a month-long project or longer, but I'll film it as we go, and like I said, hopefully at the end of this video it'll be us getting the duals put on the tractor, and we'll see how they look. So there's nothing, I guess, left to do other than to get to work on sanding this. All right, well, it's not perfect by any means. It should be done a lot better, but got a lot of the rust scratched up. You could be here at this for hours and hours and hours, but I might hit a little bit more. But that's just this one side here. I gotta obviously flip it over and do the other side, but this tire is so heavy, in order for me to flip it, I'm only gonna do it once. So I think what I'm gonna do is when this side's ready is I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna put the primer on this side, and I don't know if I'll paint it this side first before I flip it, but I'm definitely gonna prime it. Then we'll flip to the other side, and that's going to be the more extensive size. I don't know if I can show you guys. That's where the heart of the rim is. There's a lot of work in there to do. But anyways, I'll just keep bringing you guys along as I work at stuff. All right, well, this side of the wheel, I've got the rim, I should say, pretty much prepped the best I could get it. It isn't perfect by any means, but again, we're not looking for showroom. So my next step here is I'm going to put the primer on this side of the rim. Dip in here too and work on some stuff. All right, well, I don't know how well you can tell with the light, but I've got basically a coat of primer on all of it, back, front and back. It probably could use another one, but I'm not going to do it. I want to make sure I have enough primer for the other tire. So it's got a light coat. It's some spots I can see it's thin, but I think having something on there is better than nothing before I get the regular paint on it. So next step is to obviously let it dry, and then we can paint it. Now I don't even have the paint yet. Hopefully here in the next few days I'll have the paint for it. And once I do, we'll start painting it. Bring you back then. Okay, well, as you can see, I've moved the tire. The reason being was I was hoping to get like a quart of paint of each of the colors that I need and just brush it on with like a foam brush so I could get the thickness, and I don't know, I just think it does a better job than like an aerosol can. But unfortunately they didn't have anything in that color. The only thing they could get me in those colors that I need is aerosol cans. So looks like I'm going to be aerosol spraying them. I know it won't be as good, but and the reason I moved the tire obviously is I didn't want to do it down or do it up in my garage with the spray misting over everything. So I moved it outside here, leaned it against the post, and it's 50-some degrees today, so we're gonna take a chance and try to get this, at least get this tire done. At least one coat. I may have to put a couple coats on it. All right, well, there's the first coat of everything. As you can see, the rim's they call silver mist, and that's gray. But I got a coat of each on it, front and back. So we'll let that dry. Try to get another coat on it here. I don't know if it'll be today or in the near future. But that'll be one tire out of the road. Then the other one I still gotta wire brush it and put a coat of primer on it. All right, I'll bring you back when we start on the other tire. All right, well, you can see I've got the second tire done. Got it sanded down, put some primer on it, and I got it painted. So the only thing left to do is to get it mounted on the tractor. So that's going to be hopefully our final step in this project, and we'll be done. So I need to get the equipment moved around and get the tractor out, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to get her on. I don't know if I don't have the tire on the tractor up high enough. It's up, as you can see, pretty good, maybe 2-3 inches higher. That tire there still seems to be on the ground a little bit, but I don't think it's dragging a whole lot. But you can see it's, we got a little ways to go there. About another inch or so. But we'll keep working at her. I'll bring you back. Well, I think I got him just about as tight as I'm gonna get. I might still put a pry, or whatever you call it, socket, and ratchet bar on it, and try to tighten some more by hand, but the gun won't take it in any farther. I thought they would go in tight, but doesn't look like it's going to. So anywho, I think that's gonna do it. I still got the other dual I got to get sanded and primed and then painted, so I don't know if I'll show much of that or not, but I'll try to show getting the other dual on, and then needs to go on farther. All right, well, pretty much have it on. I'm going to probably tighten it some more. And obviously, as I run it, I'll have to tighten them on. But that pretty much concludes this project. I see there's a few spots I got to touch up with paint, but that'll just be a quick shot of spray paint on it. So, with that, that's going to wrap up our video for getting the duals on this 1155. Thanks for watching.